Okay, I'm going to start the time as soon as this is done. Okay, go. So, John Romero's Daikatana, that's the full name. This game is pretty infamous. I mean, yeah, this loading time. Oh my god. Well, anyway, this is like almost as bad as the N64 version in terms of loading time.
Let's go.
We're going to have those pauses a lot, so we're going to have to think of something, maybe some Daikatana puns or something like that. Anyway, so this game's on the Quake 2 engine. That's why I'm like strafe jumping everywhere. And yeah, right here, have to kill a bunch of robotic mosquitoes, as you do. Just gonna kill a bunch of these guys so they don't bother me while I kill their mom, right here. I have to kill this thing because it drops a mega armor, and that helps a lot. So we got that, mega shield. Yeah, so I guess the beginning of this game takes place in like Japan, year 2200 something. That's why everything's robotic animals everywhere. That's the future.
Here we go. Anytime.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
So there's a little skip shooting that thing. Oh, I had just enough ammo. So usually you'd have to go up there to destroy it, but you can just shoot it from the entrance. Have to destroy that thing to open this door over here. Anyway, I'm not going to try to explain the story of this game because honestly I have no idea like what's going on. But it's pretty crazy, and you'll see. Anyway, this was E1M1. Just finished it. So now we're on to E1M2. Okay, that seemed to load like slightly faster, so that was cool. Three, two, one. John Romero.
Daikatana.
Yeah. Probably going to go overestimate because of the loading times. But
Yeah, I blame the loads.
yeah. Technically, these horrible loading times wouldn't actually make that much of a difference if I was just doing a PB attempt because we actually use in-game time. Thanks to one of the runners of this game named Sphere. He actually made a in-game timer for it, which is pretty funny. I like the fact that Daikatana has like more support than like a lot of games. I'm also playing on a kind of fan-made patch of the game, which allows you to disable the sidekicks. That's a big part of this game, and it's a really bad part also. It's probably the worst part. Luckily, we don't have to deal with them, and especially like in a speed run, they're just absolutely horrible because they make the run like 5 times slower. And actually, nobody has done a run with the sidekicks on. Before the fan-made patch allowed people to disable it, people would just start a multiplayer co-op game by themselves so that they wouldn't have the sidekicks. But now we don't have to do that, so it's better. But yeah, the patch came out just like last year, so this game's still being patched. Still crashes a lot, but that's Daikatana.
I'll give it your best try, Katana.
Yep. Anyway, earlier I picked up the ultimate gas hands. Before I just had hands, but now I have ultimate gas hands, so that's cool. It's definitely an upgrade. They one-shot pretty much everything, which is cool. Good for the boss of this episode. And yeah, while you're swimming also, you can mash A and D and you'll go a little bit faster. All right, I'm gonna do a little skip right here. Although if I miss it, okay, good. That little jump. Get these robotic mosquitoes out of my face. Yeah, these robots can do a lot of damage, but luckily they're pretty slow because I am playing on easy, so. But they can still get you. Coming up at the end of the level here. There's a lot of cutscenes in this game. Luckily, you can skip all of them. The cutscenes are actually really long too, so it's a good thing. This game like really tried to have a story. It really went for it.
So what's the world record?
You know what? I can't remember. That's how much.
Isn't it yours?
Yeah, I actually do have the record. I just can't remember what it is. The record is so bad. It actually has a 30-second crash in the middle of the run, which is pretty good. I actually came back and still PB'd by like another 30 seconds. So definitely an optimized game. But, I mean, this game has a lot of jokes and memes, you know, related to it. But I think it actually is a pretty good speed game. I mean, it's got, like, bunny hopping. And one of the cooler things about this game is the amount of weapons there are. And especially the ones that make you go faster, like this gun, the shot cycler. And I just jumped over. Didn't mean to do that. The shot cycler, you shoot it once and it shoots, like, 5 shots or whatever. And they boost you, which is cool. You can do shotgun boosts. And obviously the rocket launcher can boost you, like classic Quake style rocket jumping.
Hype.
God, it's so weird with these loading times. They usually take like less than a second, so it's like odd. Anyway. Oh, and this grenade launcher can boost you. Actually, a lot of weapons in this first episode can boost you, which is pretty cool. Also, this weapon, the way that it boosts you, since it kind of reflects, like it bounces off walls, you can kind of bounce it off a floor to hit you, and then it'll boost you up a little bit. I'm going to do it right here to get this mega shield right there. If you jump on top of it, you don't even take damage, so that's pretty cool. Also, you can't save on elevators in this game or while you're in the air because programming is hard. There's some cutscenes right here that you have to skip. Usually you would get one of your sidekicks right there, but since I disabled them, I didn't get them. But yeah, usually you'd get Superfly right there. And if you play the game casually, then you'll remember that if you try to leave a level before Superfly is like right next to you, then he'll keep saying, I can't leave without my buddy Superfly. And just over and over, because you can't leave without your buddy Superfly. So luckily, since we disabled him, we can just be on our own.
Dang.
Otherwise, you have to like, you know, wait for them. All right. Usually I would reload a save, but since the loading times are so long, it's probably not going to save time. All right. So I can't really tell if I activated that button because there's like no feedback when you press some buttons in this game. We're just going to stare each other down. I'm going to take this guy out.
This music is kicking.
The music's pretty cool. I like the music.
We have a $40 donation from DS Dad that just says, why would anybody build robotic mosquitoes?
John Romero.
Yep. All right, so I have to shoot this thing so that it overloads or overheats this and blows this up. It's a good explosion.
That's sound effect.
As bunch of fans here. You got to be careful. Usually I might use the shot cycler or the rocket launcher to go through this a little bit faster, but it's pretty dangerous. And if I die, then I have to deal with the loading time again. Where is that boy? So you can hear Superfly say weird quotes like he's with you sometimes, but he's not with you. It's a ghost of Superfly.
He's with us in spirit.
Yep.
Superfly Katana.
I guess it's pretty fitting for me to have like some sort of technical issue with this game, considering it is Daikatana. I mean,
You have the Daikatana.
I don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't have it yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Get it at the end of the first episode.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. You get the Daikatana. It's pretty cool. Actually, it's not cool. You'll see.
You know what, Cube? I think it might be VSync that could be causing the loading time issue.
Yeah, probably. Here, let me try to possibly turn it off if I know how, which I don't. Definitely digital audio.
Well, we have a
know what it
$75 donation from Frice that says comment loading.
Oh, BT.
$75 to bonus warps race. Level loaded. Thank you.
Swap intervals? Still slow. Oh, God.
All right, we have another donation from Darls Barkley, 8616 in donation. Thanks for all that you do. Love watching the runs and helping a good cause. We also have another donation from Frosty Man Berries, $77.77. Good luck to all the runners. Stop the cancer, save the frames, kill the animals, and stay classy.
At this point, I'm just testing random stuff.
All right, another 25 from Sjord and Mikey. We're so glad you guys are setting a positive example. Keep it up. The world needs people like you.
Make a save and restart the game.
Restart, yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Well, I think I should start back here. Even though I don't have much health. Maybe this. Oh, I overrode my autosave. Well, whatever. All right. At least now I can save. I almost killed myself right there. I have really low health because I was messing around with stuff, but there is health down here that I can get if I don't die. At least now the loading time is good. They're all hit scan guys here, so this is actually... Oh, and there's a guy behind me. All right,
it's good
here we
that
go.
we did the
Oh,
loading
God.
thing before that.
Oh, all right, this time. We're good. We got health. Wow. This game is really not that hard, but it's
It's a
making it
really
exciting.
good thing you fixed the loads before that.
Seriously. Okay. Well, now we can actually play the game the way it was intended. The turret shoots at you. Just like they do in Quake. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think anybody that has like, anybody who runs Quake or Half-Life or Unreal or anything like that, those skills would definitely translate over to this game. And vice versa. It's definitely that kind of game. So I'm using the reflective shots, you know, to hit the guys around the corner. I'm gonna grab some health and armor right here.
If anybody
This is
who
a-
does, oh, sorry, you go. You're the runner.
This is a section where it's hard to tell if you actually press the button. Luckily I did. Go down here and grab some secret armor.
Now entering
Invalid code. Calling security. Please stay where you are.
So you might notice on the bottom that there's a level counter and the bar is like halfway. In this game you actually do level up and you get like points to spend on like attributes that are on the left. You have power, attack, speed, acrobatics, and vitality over there. And obviously in the speed run we get speed and also some acrobatics because it makes a couple tricks easier. But yeah, you have to kill a bunch of enemies to get a level up. So sometimes I'll just kill stuff just for the experience. Also, if you fall in there, then you die instantly. So it's a good thing they put guardrails up, right?
Yeah, don't go in the water. Stay dry, Katana.
Down here, I'm going to grab another Mega Shield. Also, this game is really, like, it is a lot like Quake and Half-Life, but it's also just so much slippier and just, like, worse to control in pretty much every way. When you jump, it kind of has a bit of delay and stuff like that. I mean, you get used to it, but, yeah, it's definitely a special game. That being said, I still think it's pretty fun. Do a big rocket jump across here.
We have a $100 donation from Superfly Johnson that says, cubeface, you can't leave without your buddy Superfly. Don't worry, I'll guard this doorway that is slowly closing on me until you're ready.
This part used to be one of the most annoying parts in the run, but usually you would be crawling through that and the floor would break, and you'd have to ride these elevators that can also like crush you, kind of. It's pretty annoying, and it would take a long time, but then we realized that you can just rocket jump through there. Rocket jumping solves everything. Whoops, I don't want the ultimate gas hands. Anyway, this is a cool trick that I'm pretty sure I found. It's called plasma climbing. It's a lot like Quake 3, you know. I have a similar thing in that. Basically, you can just keep shooting and jumping off the projectiles as it bounces off the wall. And luckily, this game has buffered jumps, so that means that when you hold the spacebar down, it'll just jump automatically when you hit the ground. So the timing is easy. So you don't need to use like a scroll wheel also. You can use the spacebar like Quake. Or whatever. Okay, so we're at the end of episode 1. This is the boss area. You have to fight a bunch of brains, because it's the future. That's what you do.
Does that mean it's time to get the Daikatana?
And now it's time for the ultimate gas hands. I have very long range arms. And I have to punch these 2 things. I have no idea what they are. Okay, now we got a Daikatana.
That's pretty good.
So now we're traveling through time and we're in ancient Greece.
So is that time you got the Daikatana?
The Daikatana is unfortunately really bad, especially at the beginning. The sword basically has its own like experience meter, and it levels up with the more enemies that you kill with it, and only it. So unfortunately, it's like really bad at the start, so you never really want to use it. I mean, once it gets to the max level, it's decent, but you have to kill like a million enemies with it, so we pretty much never use it, except for like 1 instance. But yeah, I lost all my weapons now that I'm in episode 2. All the episodes, they take you to different time periods. It's kind of the thing about this game. They like had it on the back of the box. They were like, you go to a bunch of time periods, so cool. And like fight a bunch of different enemies in every time period, and it's like, whoa, 20 weapons, even though. So, this is the first weapon that you get here. Discus, I guess. It's pretty good, actually. It's better than Daikatana.
Ooh, that trick.
So I had to put the horn right there. We're calling some ferrymen to take us across the river. There's a bunch of, Greek mythology and stuff. This is definitely what ancient Greece was like. Definitely giant spiders and skeletons running around.
So you lost all your other weapons?
Yeah, you lose all your weapons. And you get different ones for each episode. Luckily, each episode has a weapon that can boost you, or several. So it's not all bad. So right there, I just killed a skeleton through the wall. Usually he would block the door and be really annoying, but for some reason the Daikatana can like go through walls. Sometimes. Or doors. So right here you can skip a big chunk of this area just by jumping up here, using the ramp. Right here, these skeletons are really fat, so they might block me. There. This guy. All right. So I leveled up, and I put a point in speed. And it's not a massive increase, but it's big enough to help for a later trick.
I think it's noticeable.
Yeah, well, at least the first level is for sure. This area can be very annoying. Sometimes the game will soft lock down here. A little cutscene right there for some reason. I just want the health. And good, didn't soft lock. Sometimes this area can like get blocked off for some reason. I think it happens if you skip the cutscene too quickly or something. There's a skip right here that's pretty much impossible. So I'm not going to do it. I just passed it. But basically, you lure the guard over, and you can jump off his head and skip all this stuff. But the AI just never cooperates, so it's not even worth going for. Gonna get the first weapon that can boost me in this episode. This hammer. So you can hammer jump, which is interesting. No other game has hammer jumps. Luckily, you don't have to do this too much because, I don't know, it's good for like that little area. It skips that entire level, which is nice, but now we're gonna pick up something even better. This is a secret area, and you can get this Poseidon's Trident earlier than you would usually get it. And this is kind of like a rocket launcher. It's kind of like a weak, no splash damage rocket launcher. But it's nice because it doesn't do much damage when you know, Trident jump or whatever. So you can kind of do it a lot. It'd be fine. Oh. I always think that every area has a cutscene at the start, because most of them do, but sometimes they don't. Alright, so this is a interesting skip. One of the more recent skips. Right there, you can just jump right over that. Use the ramp from the rocks to give yourself a little extra height. The timing is super weird, and for every weapon, the timing is different, like for when to jump to get the maximum boost height. So like the rocket launcher in the last episode was way different than this, and it gets worse in the next episode. A little skip right there. I'm going to use the hammer to get rid of anything that's in my way. It's actually pretty powerful, so that's good. Oh.
That's got to be one way to die right there.
Yeah, just explode from a hammer. It's crazy. This area in particular is so annoying with the companions. They just get lost so easily. Bit of a skip you can do right here. I'm gonna go down and get some extra health. This area is one of the bigger skips. Right here, so you can press that through the bars, which you're not supposed to do. I'm gonna close the door. Hopefully they don't. Wow, what is going on? Okay, there we go. So, I open that, so you can see that. Oh, I got it first try. That was cool. So you can, with some precise bunny hops, you can get under that gate before it shuts. It's pretty difficult, actually, but that was good, getting it first try. It also does a bit of damage to you, so, you know, if you're really low on health, it can be a problem. But usually I'd have to fight a bunch of stuff and, you know, press a bunch of switches to unlock everything, but you can just skip all of it. Anyway, we got the Eye of Zeus earlier, which is this thing, and it only really has one use, and that's against the boss of this episode. So, it's not a very good weapon, but kind of need it. This area is kind of weird. Usually you can save in water, but it's like poisonous water, so I guess you can't. And there's like antidotes in the poisonous water, which is a little bit strange. so I don't really know why it exists. Anyway, we're kind of in the last area of this episode. Then we can go to the next time period.
I have a $30 donation from 8060 Origin. Couldn't be happier to donate this money during such a fantastic event. Good vibes, peace, and love to everyone participating. We have another 2502 from Fuzzy Commando. We, the 502 crew, love everything that AGDQ is doing. Now let's stop loading and start running. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, it's a good thing that was fixed.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the boss of episode 2. You're not going to be able to see her because she's Medusa, so if you look at her, then you'll die. So I'm just going to use this, which automatically electrocutes her, and she exploded. And then we have to fight everything as they come alive again from being turned into stone. I don't know where this spider came from. So, just have to wait so that we can kill everything here, and then that'll be the end of the second episode. Probably not faster to use this. Unless you kill the first guy a lot faster. Anyway, that was the end of episode 2. So we're going to lose all those weapons again, and now we're in Middle Ages Norway, I think, where there are vampires and werewolves and dwarves and zombies.
Shout
Oh,
outs
there's
to
no
our Norway
vampires.
viewers.
Yep. So yeah, first weapon you get here is the hand crossbow. This is a pretty cool episode. Definitely has some of the hardest tricks in it. Although it's pretty difficult to control it because there's so many areas where there's ice physics. So it's pretty annoying. And also these zombies can just appear out of the ground anywhere, like right in front of you when you're trying to jump. Or they can sometimes like push you off the edge. It's all just completely random, so. Like that area, you pretty much have no control. If you stop right there, then you're just like stuck forever pretty much. Or you'll just slide off. So what I'm doing is collecting these 3 keystones for this first level. So we got 2 of them. And this is Zombie Land. So many. They're pretty much guaranteed to block you. I actually need to pick up this thing. This is a piece of a weapon that you're supposed to get in this episode, but I never pick all the pieces up because it's, you don't need it, so. Zombies didn't block me too hard, so that was pretty good. Sometimes they can just block you for a while. Gonna grab some extra health, and then go back to the start and put the keystones in. Oh, almost fell. Try to shoot the barrels in there. Okay, so you put them right there. If there's a way to like clip through this, it'd save a lot of time. Should probably try to find that. And for anybody that's asking, that's basically how you find glitches in speedruns. They're like, if you could get past this, that would be great. And then you find a way to get past it. I don't, because I'm bad at doing that, but other people do. Anyway, this area you get the weapon that boosts you in this episode, the ballista. Okay. So, I don't know why you carry around an entire ballista. It seems a little excessive, but it's more like a giant crossbow. But this weapon definitely has the weirdest timing out of all of them. And it can boost you pretty high, but the timing is really specific. And that's the reason why we get acrobatics up a level, so that we can do some tricks with this, or make them easier. So you can kind of shoot it, and it'll just boost you. It'll kind of push you back in midair. You don't have to hit the floor or anything. But if you want the highest boost, then it has to hit the floor, and you have to time the spacebar at the right time. Oh, good. Sometimes that lever just won't exist. It'll just be gone from the game, and you have to reload a save. But it wasn't this time. It's right here. There's a mini-boss fight, but I just skipped the entire thing because usually I have to press a couple levers to open that gate, but I just ballista jumped through it and then over the area where the boss was. The game sometimes crashes here. Okay, I think it didn't. I think we're good. Yeah, this episode also has the most RNG, like by far, in terms of actual game and like crashing. Some dwarves in the campfire, classic Norway. Just gotta do a couple boosts around here. Okay. So like when you don't need to go very high, the timing isn't very difficult. But later on, it'll be harder. So this episode also has these chests. That one, so they're completely random. Sometimes they'll just blow up. Other times they'll give you a power-up or like health or armor. The one you want here is the invincibility, so that you don't have to kill those zombies. And you can just go through the lightning. But unfortunately it blew up. So, and you can't avoid the explosion. It hits you no matter how far away you run, which is annoying. Luckily the chest RNG doesn't really matter that much. It just makes it easier. So that one didn't explode. But we got something that would break the game if we picked it up, so. There's a boss fight coming up. And if you grab the invisibility power-up, then he won't see you, and that's a problem. It's right here. This is by far the most annoying part in the game. This boss has a quick kill, and it's completely random whether or not you get it. So you just shoot him a lot. And then he shoots these electric balls at you. And, oh, he turned himself invincible. So that's what happens. So you can see that my shots are just like kind of floating in midair now. It's because he's a cheater. Sometimes he won't do that, and he'll let you kill him, which is nice. The lightning does so much damage to you, you cannot stay near them for very long. Okay, good. He let me kill him. So that saved some time, and even if I continued, like after he made himself invincible, like halfway through that quick kill, he probably would have ended up killing me because he has a lot of health once he gets outside. I think his health value changes or something, but anyway, we got through that without too many issues. Get some secrets over here.
We have a $40 donation from DS Dad. Says, I still have an unopened, new in box copy of Daikatana. So can I sell this and retire now?
An open box of Daikatana goes for roughly 1 billion. It's pretty rare. Yeah, actually, some people run the N64 version of this game also. Probably would if I could find a copy of that.
Is that
Much
so?
worse.
Is that true?
What?
That they run on the N64?
Yeah, people run the N64 version.
Sure that's not a lie katana?
We also got an anonymous $10 donation that just says, why Katana?
Why Katana? Oh,
The setup.
so
They just
this
gave it
area-
to you.
You can skip this elevator, but I'm just gonna play it a little bit safe. I'm only gonna skip like a little over half the elevator. And right out at the start here. Oh, that was bad. Okay, so you can skip the rest of the elevator. Unfortunately, the gun takes a long time to reload. Oh, I think the bat was right above me. Okay.
Use the bat.
And also, you saw the gun like disappeared for a little bit after I saved and loaded. If you try to shoot while the gun is gone, oh wow, first try
That's a
on
hard
that.
trick.
Yeah, that's actually frame perfect at 125 FPS. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that hard, but it's pretty cool. Pretty difficult. Okay, so this is the boss of episode 3. Just gonna use the weapon I picked up from that other boss on him. See how he likes it. And he literally can't do anything because I am cheating by doing this. Okay. So that was episode 3.
Killed him with science.
Yeah.
Bill Nye katana.
So I leveled up again right there. Oh yeah, now we're in like 2020 New York or something. But yeah, I got another level up, lost all of our weapons. Same old. Oh yeah, he's starting a prison. So there's a quickly get the first weapon that you can boost with in this episode. Nope, I missed. I'm trying to go out of bounds. Oh, I'm like stuck on this thing. Okay. It's because that thing is like climbable, so it's like a sticky ladder, you know how Half-Life games and stuff do that. Okay, so you can go out of bounds with this thing and beat that level. It's a pretty long level. You have to collect like these ingredients to make a bomb to like blow up the wall of the prison to escape. But if you have a gun that shoots ice cubes, you can just fly over the wall. Just like real life. This level's pretty crazy. Also decently long, but you can just skip all of it by landing on this. Tightrope walking up. You're supposed to, you know, take the elevator down, but you can just run up there and press the button and run back down. So that saves a lot of time. I'm gonna grab the invisibility right here just so that people don't bother me in the Tower of Crime. That's what this is called. Good old Tower of Crime. Apparently, all the people in like 2020 are hardcore FPS players because they all say stuff like, "Ooh, we're gonna get frags. We're going a strafing around or something." It's crazy.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. All right, so you can skip the rest of the tower by boosting up there. That board dodged my shots. All right, so that's the end of that level. This area is one of the longer areas in the game. You can skip a decent amount of it too, so, but it's still pretty long. There are these two sections that are kind of like exactly the same almost. They have some different rooms, but luckily you can skip this side of things. So if you touch the part that's moving, so you'll get electrocuted, takes a lot of damage. Usually you have to go through this entire thing and hit a trigger right there, because you fall out of a vent right there. But you can just boost up and hit the trigger and skip this entire section. That monoskull is invincibility, so that's helpful. Gotta kill that guy so I can grab the key. Now we have to ride these weird elevator things. It's kind of a slow section, but yeah. Unfortunately, there's no big skip for the next area over here. Whoa, that's weird. That's Daikatana. Okay, so go down here. You can skip the elevator, you know, at first. But then you have to ride it on the way back up. Just gonna boost over. Oh, no, I'm not. That almost killed me. Get the invincibility. A lot of hit scanners chasing me. Grab this health. Hopefully I don't die as soon as I get back up here.
What did you go in there for?
I grabbed a key.
Okay.
Now I have to send this elevator back down. Might as well kill the people in here so they don't bother me later. So now I can open this area.
We have a $15 donation from Matt S190. Every year I'm amazed how much you raise for such a good cause, and here's my bid.
Okay. So you have to shoot those two things to open up the force field back here. And hopefully I can do a skip as long as they don't block me. Okay. You can avoid this elevator and just fall all the way down. Avoid the monkeys. Those are like the only times that you see those enemies. Actually, they're in the next level. Every good FPS needs a monkey enemy, though. This level also has one of the biggest skips in the game. Pretty much skip everything. So usually you'd have to go throughout this entire like mansion sort of area and find these hidden buttons to lower these ladders. But of course you can just skip. Like that. So it's pretty
First
fast
try.
level. Yeah. So now we're in a Navy SEAL training area, apparently.
This game makes
It's
no sense.
Definitely makes sense. It's the future. This is what you do in the Navy SEALs in the future.
3 years away. Daikatana's gonna happen.
Yeah. So since this is a Navy SEAL training area, you have to do the classic Navy SEAL training stuff. You have to go through each of these like little test areas. It's kind of weird. It's really easy with high speed. This one is the most dangerous. I don't know why this is allowed in the training area, but if you die on this, it's actually pretty bad because the pattern of the crushers changes. Classic swimming with sharks, shooting them with a minigun. That's what Navy SEALs do. This is the hardest puzzle in the game. You did it.
Good job, man.
Oh. Okay, so we're coming up on the final boss. It's a guy who like stole the Daikatana at some other point in the past. He can actually be really annoying. Okay, there we go. And final boss coming up on time. And time. In normal Daikatana fashion, has an end cutscene that's about 15 minutes long.
That was a 51:37.
All right,
The sub 55 katana,
still sub-estimate, I think,
almost.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that was like 3 minutes of 3 or 4 minutes of trying to fix loading screens.
Anyway, there's the credits. Good old John Romero. What a guy. Thank you, John Romero, for making this game. All right, so that was fun. Thanks for watching Daikatana.
Okay. Up next, we have Half-Life Blue Shift with cubeface again, so stick around for more awesome FPS action. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple donations and such as we segue. But first, just to go over one of our sponsors, the Yeti is the official tea sponsor of Games Done Quick events since 2012. In celebration of providing shirts for their 10th Games Done Quick event, the Yeti has increased their shirt donation amount from $3 to $4. With each $11 shirt sold from the AGDQ collection, the Yeti will donate $4 towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Shirts are available during AGDQ and until January 15th at midnight CST. Visit theyeti.com/AGDQ and get your shirts today. We also have some donations here. So we have an $800 donation from Calder. I decided to make AGDQ my big annual charity donations. This is the first of several donations planned over the week. Props to the runners. And shout-outs to Ultimate Gas Hands. Please put this donation towards the Super Mario Bros. Bonus Warps race. So a quick update on that race incentive. Looks like we are at $7,917.33 out of the $10,000. So we're only about $2,080 short of that. That will be happening after the Super Mario Bros. Run. So up next is Half-Life Blue Shift, then Doom, then Super Mario Bros. So you still have a bit of time for us to meet that donation incentive. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure to donate. We also have $30 from Hugure33. This miserable pile of secrets loves the GDQ events and loves Symphony of the Night. But enough talk. How about you? My money, that is, just take my money. Thank you. And that'll go towards the Symphony of the Night Richter run donation incentive. $75 from Silver Tongue. Every year, AGDQ pulls me out of the post-holiday doldrums, and this year is no different. Keep up the good runs, and I can't wait to see that Undertale speedrun finale. Stay determined. P.S. Keep anime legal. Yes. More anime. $50 anonymous donation, long-time watcher, first-time donating. You guys keep running games fast and save some lives while you're at it, but just not the animals. $30 from @redcoin. Loving the stream overlay improvements this year. We have a $10 anonymous donation that says, don't have much but wanted to support the cause as my family has dealt with cancer a lot. So yeah, on that note, any amount of funds, $5 and up, is perfectly fine. It doesn't sound like it's a lot of money towards the donation, but really every single dollar of that amount counts, and it certainly helps towards the prevention that the charity is trying to do here. So if you have a couple bucks and you want to throw it our way, definitely do so. It's not like a small amount is not helpful. So thank you so much for that donation. We also have a $100 anonymous donation. The best Christmas present I ever got was a Nintendo 64 for my grandfather. He's currently fighting cancer, so this is a really important cause for me. Best of luck to all runners. Looking forward to the Mario and Donkey Kong Country runs later. We have a $10 donation from Neo Drake 321. Hey GDQ, I had lung cancer when I was 6 years old, and it was luckily detected in the earliest form. I had nearly a year of chemotherapy and surgeries, but I survived. Since I heard the first time in 2012 about an AGDQ event, I watched it every year. Great work, and thanks for all that you're doing. Hope to attend in the future too. Best love and best greetings from Germany. $75 from Delicious Minion. I absolutely love watching this event. I spent all last week watching SGDQ reruns on YouTube to get hyped. My rat Sally just had a tumor cut out, and we're very relieved that she's doing well. Here's $75 towards putting an end to the stress and pain that this disease causes. We have a $5 donation from Alexander J. Hey guys, really love what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Speedrunning community really is the best, isn't it? It looks like we're set up for Half-Life Blue Shift. So I'm going to go and throw it back to cubeface to start.